G'day, Matt. My name is Greg. I connected with you on the Facebook tinting group talking about Google ranking, and I said I'd shoot you a video. So here we go. This is going to give you some tips and tricks on what you'd want to do to rank up in Google for any website. I know that you told me that you don't yet have a website for your tinting shop. It looks like maybe 187 Customz. So I won't have anything to look at for you, but I'm going to show some example websites in the area and take a look at what your opportunity is to rank up there. So by way of intro and overview, so I work with local businesses, mostly in the US, but doesn't have to be, and I help them rank up in Google. And the reason for that is because if you're on the first page of Google, certainly in the top three positions, you're getting 80% of the traffic. If you're on the second page of Google, you can pretty much forget it. Also, if you get into the Google Map Pack, right, this is the first set of results that you see when you do any search, any Google search. You can be in this, and you can be in the first place of organic ranking, and you've got a double whammy to get all that traffic that's looking for your services. Three main things that I talk about here, and I'm gonna focus on for you, Matt. Number one, content. So this is the words and images throughout your site. Okay. Number two, backlinks. So the internet is a web, obviously, and the more sites that link to you, to your site, the more sites that you link to, as long as they're trustworthy sites, the more power and trust will be driven to your site. And if your site is trusted, Google feels confident and comfortable ranking you. Okay. The third thing is citations. So this is the number of times your business is mentioned. Your name, address, and phone number is mentioned in a number of directories. Think of Yelp and other directories that are relevant to the industry and to the location. Okay, the more citations you have, the more likely you are to win this map pack. Okay, so these are the three areas. Let's go ahead and talk about content. So here's what I did. So I did a Google search for window tinting, Horsham, Victoria. Okay, got a whole bunch of searches come up. The first thing I notice here, and I think this is an opportunity for you, is that there's not a lot that shows up that is sort of solidly a Horsham-based window tinting company that a local might want to choose. Right. What I see here is a couple of sort of bigger businesses with multiple sites, and it's maybe a little bit less personal. The first one ranking up in Google is a Facebook page. I mean, this is pretty unusual. The second one is a Yellow Pages page, right? This is kind of crazy. The third one is it looks like another directory, right? So it shouldn't be all that hard to build a really good, well-structured window tinting site geared to this area and to take out the top position here in Google, and also the top positions here in the map pack. So yeah, we're talking about content. So here I just pulled up, I think these guys are maybe, yeah, they're on the first page somewhere. But this is one of those sort of multiple site businesses, multiple locations, franchise. Yeah, so let's look at content. So yeah, they have a lot of content on their site, and what they're also doing here, which you would want to do too, is talk about services, areas that you service. So Horsham is about 16,000 people population-wise. So what you'd want to do to really sort of increase your net to catch more customers is to start targeting some of these smaller towns around here, if they're of any size at all. I'm not sure, which is what they've done. In terms of content, then also you want to look at quality and quantity. In terms of quantity, you want at least 1,500 words on your homepage, okay? Talking about your services, talking about the work that you've done, talking about your mission, the team, all that sort of stuff. And at least 500 words per service page separately. So you might have one page about window tinting, one page about wraps, etc., and all the rest of it. But then we're also talking about quality. So you want to write into your content what we call keywords. Keywords are the words and phrases that match what your customers are using when they type in to find you on Google. An example, this is a keyword or a keyword phrase, window tinting Horsham Victoria. So if you write those keyword phrases into your content, throughout the content in a natural way, and not just one, but many, and many variations. So the variations might be window tinting Horsham Victoria, window tint Horsham Victoria, and all these different sort of connotations and variations on that phrase. Google picks us up as being the right site to show when someone is using that keyword phrase, right? So that's on content quality, keywords, and quantity. So at least 1,500 plus 500 per service page. I'm going to show you an example of a site, a customer of mine that I'm doing some work for here in the US in Reno, Nevada. Okay, so it's a different setup to what you got going on there in Horsham, different population and all the rest of it. But this is what they're doing right, and this is what you'd want to do too. You see, this is a list of all the keywords that they've written into their site. This tool that I have picks those up when it crawls the site and pulls them in here. They've got all these keywords. You see how there's variations. Window tinting Reno, Nevada, window tint Reno window tinting, auto window tinting, all these different variations. And you can see here that for Reno anyway, there's a whole bunch of search volume per month. And you want to get yourself ranked into the first position for these keywords by using this content correctly when you write up your website. Okay. So that's on content there, Matt. The second thing I want to talk about is backlinks. So backlinks describes the way that your site connects to other sites on the internet. Okay, it's a popularity contest as long as those other sites are trusted. So here are these guys: Novus, Horsham window screen repair and replacement. 2 backlinks, not very strong, from one referring domain. So what you want to do here, the strategy is to figure out what all of your competition is doing in terms of backlinks and do additional research to find out what sites you can link to, send requests to those sites, and get yourself linked in. Okay, making sure not to link with low quality sites or spammy sites. That will drag you backwards and hurt your trust with Google and hurt your ranking therefore. Okay, so that's on backlinks. It's a matter of doing that research and matching and beating with your site the number of backlinks your competitors have. And then the last thing I mentioned is citations. It's the number of times your business name, address, phone number is mentioned throughout the web, on directories, right? Yelp and all the rest of it. And this is just a volume game. So you want to find out what citation sources your competitors have, and you want to smash that by at least 100 or 150. You want to make it so clear to Google that you're out there, you're trusted, you're relevant, that they have no choice but to place you up here in the Google Map Pack. Once you've set up your Google Map Pack listing, okay, this is what this is, your customers can then leave you reviews, which is important, and you can also get these citations against your Google list, your Map Pack listing. If you do these things, Matt, once you get your site up and running, I think you've got a good chance of taking out this first listing here. I don't know why it's there. This Yellow Pages listing here shouldn't be there. These should be proper businesses in the area, offering services to local customers. That should take this top spot. So those are my suggestions for you there, Matt. Hope they're helpful. I'm happy to help you out. Send me feedback. I'd love to hear what you think. And yeah, man, get your website up. I think there's an opportunity here. So I wish you all the best. All right. Take care.